I'm Wild Ed, and these two beauties from the arsenal are my signal cannons. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to properly load them, and then we're going to fire one off, probably the big one. So these signal cannons are 100% legal. You're allowed to own these. You can purchase them online. I purchased this little one online here. I professionally had this made. This is, if you're going to have them made, it's got to be 100% solid steel. I had it bored out about 8 inches long. This is a 10-inch piece, and then I welded a bottom on it. What you're going to need for this though is water, a hammer, some wood. Don't ever use anything other than wood. If you're going to use metal material to do it, aluminum is going to be the only thing you can use, because if you create a spark on this, you're going to blow your fingers right off. Don't ever use anything other than gunpowder. If you know what flash powder is, don't ever use it in this because it's highly combustible. You're going to lose fingers. Always black powder on something like this, okay? But like I was saying, you see everything here that you'll need. You'll need your water, your hammer, something to pound it down with. I'm using one of these bats right here. You'll need little cardboard plugs to go over top of the powder after you put it in, because we're going to be dipping the paper in the water, but we're not going to completely soak it. You just want to put a little bit on there so you can get a good pack. That's the big key there, is a good pack. You got to get a good pack or it's not going to, boom, you want that concussion. So what you're going to do here is, the first step you're going to do is, you got your fuse. You got to stick it in through the side. I use an 1/8 inch fuse, Visco. You put that right in there, okay? Before you put the powder or anything in there. And then the powder, I usually measure it out, but since we're doing a video, I'm just gonna, pour it in there, okay? Pour it in there, and I can look into it like this because, like I said, it's not flash powder or anything like that. It's black powder. You can hit this, you can smack it. It's not gonna go anywhere. The concussion and stuff like that's not gonna harm you. You can do that. Once you get it wet though, the plug, it ruins you're not gonna get a good light on it. That's why this goes in there first. And then you just push this down right on top of that. And then you just hit it down a couple times. Just push it down in there. That's not gonna hurt it. It's perfectly fine. And then you have your paper here. You just start out, you just wanna a little bit, dip it in there, just a little bit. That's all you need. You don't need to soak it. You don't need to soak it at all. Make sure that plug's in there real good, because if that plug's not in there when you do this, and it's not in there right, sometimes you need two because it don't go in there right. So I'll put this second one in there just to make sure it's tight, because this all needs to be tight. If it's not tight, it's not going to do a good production like you want it to do. And then I just throw a little bit on top of it just to make sure. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, just some dry stuff. Pound that down in there, and that'll be fine. That's perfect, it looks good. And then you must, like I said, you don't want to drench this, but it needs to be a little bit damp. When you squeeze it, you don't want water to come off of it, okay? So you're squeezing it as hard as I can there, no water's dripping off of it. I'm just gonna put it down in there. Take your hammer and just pound that down in there. Like I said, this ain't gonna hurt you, okay? You can do this because, like I said, it's not flash powder, it's black powder. And then after you have that, you're ready to fire away. But before I do, I want to tell everybody, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and like this video if you like big booms. Share the video on every kind of social media you can think of, and subscribe to my channel, because I got a bunch of cool shit coming out and I want you to be able to see it. So without further ado, this is my signal cannon.